Okay, so tell me some of the stuff you guys have been doing. What's your fondest memory?
Don't start it yet.
What's your fondest memory, Barry? So far with
our teamwork. Our teamwork is
Oh yeah,
teamwork?
teamwork. Hooking up trailers to trucks.
Okay.
Sometimes it takes two people, one to drop the hitch and one to get it, to kick it just right, and the other one to drop the hitch, where it, bam, bam, everything connects at one time. And we've done that 2 or 3 times now, and it's worked out. Luckily. Not luckily, that's the way it should work out. Amazing.
Okay, I'm going to ask one thing that you've learned from each other. So you can each have some time to think about it, and somebody who gets it can jump in. What's one thing that you've learned from each other?
I've learned that Christian has a lot of common sense. He's a hard worker. He's determined. He knows where he wants to go, and he's a good athlete.
Okay, not about him. What have you learned from him? What has he taught you? And I'll take out stuff that we don't want.
Okay, you will?
Yeah.
Okay. Even though I'm much older, I learned that having fun and doing things that are interesting, and I get a joy out of maybe showing people stuff they haven't seen before.
Like what?
I have a friend that's a glass blower that lives next door to my house, and Christian and one of his friends, Peter, was over there the other night, and they watched the glass blower, and they were totally fascinated by it, and they're going to learn how to make a marble here within the next few days. And, oh, sure.
And then you were telling me about some kind of a smile he had on his face when you were doing something on the water. Remember that? When you were on the water in the kayak?
Oh yeah, we went kayaking here about 2 weeks ago in Lake Loveland, and he was worried that he was going to drown or fall out of the kayak, and I said, it doesn't require a lot of skill. And anyway, within 5 minutes of him getting the kayak, I looked over. It was a beautiful evening, see the mountains and all that, but I could just tell he was really enjoying it. And I really thought that was neat to take somebody kayaking for the first time.
Yeah, and he's taught me a lot.
Bye.
He's shown me a bunch of stuff. We've gone out a lot, so it's really cool, hanging out with him. Because we're from different time and ages, so we show each other cool things. It's really cool.
The other day I was driving downtown and sitting at stoplight at 4th and Cleveland going west. Here comes Christian kicking a soccer ball down the street. And he was going, or down the sidewalk, not down the street. But I just thought it was fascinating, the coordination that he had kicking the ball. He just had a little 8-foot strip to kick it in, and to keep the ball in the 8-foot strip as you're walking. It was neat watching.
And what did you tell me? You said something about, you thought it was so cool that you knew him.
What?
That you knew him.
Oh yeah, I got out I thought he was a really cool guy, so when people see that I was around a cool guy, I go, hey, hold it.
I'm around a cool guy almost every day now, too. So it's cool getting to know a bunch of Loveland, and it's funny how he knows everybody around here. We'll just walk out and know everybody out here, so it's really cool. And he teaches me that it's good to know everybody, and know new people.
It's neat to make connections, and at the same time you can have a lot of connections, but if you don't do things with those connections, is the connection all that important. And anyway, I'm learning that it's fun to have connections, and it's fun to use those connections to connect other people to new connections.